Hello, family of light, and welcome back to my channel. This is Davida with Medium of the Light Tarot. So welcome, family of light. This is going to be another pick a card reading for messages from your deceased loved ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, they look all the same because we don't know who's going to come through. So go down to the comments box and the description box, and I'll have the timestamps for each one of these, and let's get started. All right, so number 1. There's path. We got a white raven spirit. All is well. Chameleon. Phases and cycles. New life. Surrender to receiving support and love. The Wheel of Fortune. Perfect timing. If I only knew then what I know now, I would have lived differently. The Star card, and keep your dreams alive. I'll generally pick up the cards as I go. Now, if you've never been here before, welcome. And this is many different cards from many different decks, as you can probably tell. I do like using all different kinds because it gives different messages with different energies. So I am a medium, so I do not need the cards, but I just think they're so darn fun. And, you know, people on the other side think so too because they get to help me pick the cards. So number 1, come on in. And generally, one of the cards will mirror what they look like or the energy of them. Now with this is a younger woman. She was on her path. She was well on her way. I get that she was about 23, 24. I'm going to write that down for the description. Okay. She's saying something about you always thought of her as your star. She was a shining star. She was doing something in like the environmental realm, or excuse me, that's what she was getting her degree in. Something to do with service. And she wants to express to you that when she left, it was hard. It was hard when she left. It was it was an illness that I was told that dragged on for a while. She's holding on to her breasts. So I'm obviously feeling like that was breast cancer. She said she wasn't prepared for the fight because she was so engaged in, excuse me, the life that she was building. She says, but she doesn't want you to think that, you know, because she had so much to offer, but on the other side, she has more to offer. And she was very much in touch with her inner goddess, her inner energy. She was, you know, like we were talking about that. She's that star. She really knew how to shine. And she's saying that was one of her greatest gifts that she was able to give people that she knew. Was that sense of like, if I can have this good of self-esteem, so can you. And she said, yeah, sometimes in life she was a chameleon. She was prone to a lot of change, flipping of attitudes, thoughts about things. But it came naturally to her. She wants you to trust that everything happens for a reason, and she knows that you're going to scoff at her when you say it or when she says it, but she had only planned on being here for a short time. And she sees that you're moving on, that you're creating a new life for yourself, that you're letting go of the past and letting love back in. For you, I think that there was some delays in what was happening. It says delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car, or travel. Could that be a specific information for you? But obviously she sees what's happening here. She knows what's occurring. She says she keeps a close ear to the ground, is what I'm hearing. She watches and makes sure that you're doing okay, and she just wants you to know that all is well. It says everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. And she's like, and this is one of the hidden blessings. Like, you were able to find this video and to have her explain to you that she is all around you. She said that the two of you were deeply connected. And with this, she's pointing me to this now. It says, if I only knew what I know, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. And she's saying, yeah, not so much. She said that she did, because she was such a strong personality and because she was such a confident, and sometimes people would have said overly confident person, that she'd get herself into trouble with the things that she would say and do, especially as a younger person. Especially in those teenage years when she was very flippant and, thought she knew what the world was all about and was going to tell her parents all about it. She wants you to surrender to receiving love and support. It says, allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Because I feel like here mostly this message is to a friend. Maybe if you're the mother, you thought of her as a friend as well. I don't know, but she wants you to keep your dreams alive. I think she was a sense of support for you as far as like growing and learning and moving past barriers and not letting things get you down. And like she was just she was a go-getter personality. And she feels like that when she passed, you let some of those dreams go because you didn't feel like you had the support that you needed. And this is the card that she's referring to. And she's blowing you a kiss. She said things are going to happen to you in the perfect timing, in the right timing. So she said that you're the type of person who would like try to rush things. And if they didn't happen, you'd be like, oh, see, it didn't work. She's like, no, it's perfect timing. Be open to perfect timing. with this white raven spirit. It says, trust in the magic. So with this divine timing, you're going to have to trust in the magic of getting what you want. Now, I'd mentioned this briefly right at the beginning here. I don't usually use these cards for this particular readings, but I was called to this one. So either she was into Buddhism, wanted to get into it, or had a love for it, and there's definitely the nature there as far as the environmental science. She just wanted to express this to you because you've been having doubts about where you want to go and what you want to do, and you were afraid to move forward. But she's reassuring you, the delays are over. It's, especially with COVID, delays are over. Time to move forward. Let's do this. And she wants you to know that she loves you. I hope that this was helpful. And she says, thank you so much for coming and finding this. And if you can pass it on to, or share it with the other family members of mine who would benefit from this, that she would greatly appreciate it. I do offer private readings. They are done over the phone and without the use of cards. So if you feel so inclined, please look at the description box below and we can get you set up with an hour-long session. I find that an hour long is more than ample enough time for people to get the information they need from their loved ones. All right. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time on Medium of the Light Tarot. All right. So number 2. Harmony, Scarab Spirit, Sensitivity, Armadillo, Soul Expression, Loyal Heart, Surrender Denial, Awakening, Take Action, It Was My Time to Go, 4 of Cups, and Renewal of Peace. Now, I'm a medium. I do not need the cards, but I find it a fun way to do it on YouTube, and it's a good way for Spirit to help me choose the cards so it can keep the reading on task and focus driven. Let's see. Hopefully you can see them a little more. This is an older, skinny man. Elderly man with not a whole lot of hair. I'm just writing the description down. He says he didn't have a whole lot of friends. He was a very private man, but he was very kind and gentle. He's like, I was someone's uncle. Several, I'm getting 3. And he says that this message is for you. It's also for, interestingly enough, he's saying a loved one that has passed. Interesting. He's saying that there's, for some reason, he cannot connect with this other person that has passed. It was like a lover. He says he's in the initial stages of the transition into death, like he's already passed, but he's still going through those phases of initial learning. He says that towards the end, he was lonely and depressed, but he's not now. He says he feels the great harmony that is available to him now that he has transitioned. He says he's so excited about the soul transition, the soul expansion. It says your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. And he's like, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And I think some family members thought of him as a lost cause. Because he was a kind, sweet man, but he just wasn't really outgoing. He was kind of to himself. And with this harmony, he wants you to know that he's feeling the harmony. He's understanding things that he could have only dreamt of. It's like I was just a very simple man in life. And then this scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. And he said if he would have known that in life, that he would have done so much more. He said he held himself back so much. I think because he was a little sensitive, he's saying. It says, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And he couldn't really do that. He says now he realizes that he was an empath and that he didn't understand it, so he tried to stay away from people because he unconsciously, and rightly so, didn't understand why he was feeling what he was feeling. You know, he said he had to put up this hard outer shell. And he tried to stay grounded, because this is the card of groundedness. But he had to put that outer shell on to protect himself. And he's telling you this, he says, because he wants you to know the deeper parts of him that you couldn't quite understand why he was like this or like that or so quiet. And he's saying that what he's sharing with you now is what you have within you. And he doesn't want you to waste time hiding yourself away. And he wants to turn his attention to the person that his love that, passed before he did. Tell me about this. She passed several years before he did. And as of yet, he hasn't been able to find her. And he's saying that on the other side, when he asks about her, they give him riddles, kind of like him looking inside. They're reassuring him that when he goes through this transition he's going through, that he will know more and they will be able to communicate again. What I'm hearing, there's something about him being so brokenhearted about her being gone that he has to heal that part of himself, especially being so sensitive. And they're trying to get him to understand that he is a channel for divine healing power. And he hasn't quite gotten that yet. And that's okay. There's no rush. Because he's awakening. It says, change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. He wants you to know in your life, because he can see enough to know that you need to take action on whatever you've been procrastinating about. And he was saying he was so glad when it was his time to go. He was so glad. Because I just feel like he was just so over it. so over being here on, the, excuse me, the 3D reality. He's just over it. And he's talking about these 4 of Cups. He's like, that he put his head in the sand so much that he didn't see all the love that was around him because he was hiding himself away because of his empathic abilities. Being so sensitive to it, he had to put that armor up to, present himself as the man that he was, or the man that he chose to be. And I'm getting for him that his experience of this mate of his in life, there was some kind of denial between the two of them. As it says, accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. I think he has some guilt about what might have occurred towards the end of her life. Maybe he wasn't the nicest. And he's got guilt about that. And so that's why he's keeping himself from her. So this reading is not only for the listener, this is for him, which is fascinating to me. He says, with his passing, there was a renewal of peace. There was a new sense of peace and letting go. He just wants you to know that he's in a happier place. Because I feel like, too, he's kind of talking as if he's been talking to a neighbor as well. So if you were this person's neighbor, and you would casually hang out or say, hi to each other in the hallway, and you question it, this is his explanation. I hope that was helpful. Please leave me a like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to get a private reading from me, those are available. You can look in the description box down below. It is an hour reading, and it is over the phone, and it is not done with cards. Unless you really wanted it to, we could, but I'd rather connect with you personally over the phone. People find it very healing and very expanding. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Number 3. Sorry. We've got resistance. Cards sticking together. Spider spirit. Oop. Outdoors. Bison. Faith. Regeneration. Surrender frustration. This is the one where they wanted extra card here. I tried to do just one from each deck, but the spirit was like, no, I want an extra one. I'm like, all right, fine. So now I'm a medium. I do not need the cards, but I find them fun to play with. And spirit likes it because they get to choose the cards and direct me to what the talking points that they want to do within these readings on YouTube. I do offer personal readings, so if you feel like you would need or want to get one, please contact me through the description box down below. All the information is down there. The first thing that's coming through is I feel that this person was very clever. They were a very clever person. Or at least they thought so, right? This is a very clever woman. She was definitely the leader of the household. She was very much in a masculine energy. And we all have masculine and feminine within us. She was the decision maker, for sure. I'm getting that she was in her 50s, like mid-50s. I'm just writing it down here. Because after I channel these, I don't remember anything. So I have to do it at that time. She says you and her had a lot of resistance because you guys were a little too much alike. You guys would butt heads on things. And this could be, the husband and children. The energy can kind of shift and flow as far as how they're trying to explain themselves to me. She wants you to have faith. She thinks that when she passed, you kind of lost direction, even though you guys butted heads because she was so overbearing. And that's her words, not mine. That you lost faith in possibly in your religion and or just faith, period. But she wants you to know that staying calm and trusting in the good in yourself and others, you will be able to see the light in the world. She doesn't want you to despair anymore. She wants you to know that when she left, she regenerated. She let go of the mortal coil and moved into something much more expansive. She said she let go and she wants you to do the same. And she goes, she knows that it's not easy for you. And she's saying selfishly, and nor should it be. But she's got the happiest card here in the tarot deck. It's the Sun. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. And that's what she wants you to focus on. She's saying that she gave you the stepping stones and the foundation and the wherewithal to be able to conquer anything in your life. And she expects that you're going to do that. And she's still bossy in the afterworld. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. Here, she wants you to, exactly what she said. What you want. If you know what you want, go and get it without regret. Make your dreams real. She says she wants you to surrender your frustration. You feel a lot of frustration because you kind of lost her support, and you don't feel like you have that. It says frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a deep breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. And she's pointing me, to this one with the redhead. It's like this fiery energy where you're frustrated, so you're going to burst out, because she had a tendency to burst out as well. Because she wanted her way all the time. She wants you to know that, she is just a thought away, that she is right here. She's like, do you know how much it took me to get you to come to this video? She's like, you have guidance, you have all that you need, with this frustration of not having her here to support you. She's like, that is untrue. I am still here. I am still supporting you. I'm still helping you. So she's like, get that cockamamie ideas out of your head and let's move forward. This is the bison. It's a ritual. She said she was very much interested in Native American rituals, history, movies, to a fault while people would laugh. Her children would laugh at her, like, really? Gotta watch this again? We gotta do another one? But she's saying that she's really gaining her power and releasing and letting go of what she does no longer need. What isn't serving her over on the other side. And she's saying something about a decision. She wants you to make a decision about something. I think with the house that the family grew up in, you know, that someone's contemplating letting go of the house that you all lived in. She's like, someone's waffling back and forth about it, and she wants you to make a decision. She's not going to help you make the decision, but she wants you to make that decision for you. The Wheel of Fortune. She wants you to know that she really enjoyed her time with you, and this is more talking to the husband, it feels. That she really enjoyed her time, that she knows she was a little bit of a bulldozer at times, but they were a good pair. She said that you guys were really good together. That you were a passive soul, and she was overbearing, so it was a perfect synergy. It says your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in occupants. Wow, for some reason I didn't consciously realize that, but this is affirming what we were talking about earlier, how she wanted you to make a decision about selling the house. And this is the confirmation. If this is what you needed, I don't know how much more confirmation one would need. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in occupants. And she's not helping you make the decision, but I guess she's kind of helping. She can't help it. She's saying something about that you used to do a lot of work outside, out in the yard, and that she wants you, if the time is right, to do that. She's like, geez, you can even go take a vacation. She's like, go take a vacation when you get a chance and go somewhere where you've always wanted to go. She's like, take one of the kids if you want to go. She's a very forceful woman, but she's very, very loving as well. And she's like, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. She wants you to know she's always with you. She's just a thought away. She loves you, and expect her to be around a lot more than you previously realized. I think now with this, you're going to have the knowing that she's around a lot more than you thought. I hope that this was helpful. As you can see, I use lots of different cards to have them describe the different scenarios that they want to bring forth. If you feel so called in gratitude for the readings that I do here on YouTube, you can like, share, and subscribe. You can gift me a deck of cards that is in my Amazon wish list down below. If not, I appreciate you like, sharing, and subscribing. And I will see you guys next time on Medium of the Light Tarot. Bye, family of light. All right. All right, so we are on number 4. I thank you for joining me here today. Now, if you're new to my channel, I am a medium. I do not need the cards, but I find them fun to play with. And the spirits seem to really like it because they can choose the cards, and it goes along with the storyline and the talking points that they want to touch on in this short period of time. If you find that you want a personal reading, I do those over the phone. They're hour long. I find an hour is perfectly enough to have all the information and questions answered that you need. I don't do just deceased loved ones. Obviously, I can do higher level spirits and whatnot. So let's get started. They're saying before we begin, they want you to take a deep breath. That some of this might be triggering for you, bring up some emotions, and why would it not, right? This is an older, wiser woman. In her life, she was very supportive and loving. She was a grandmother. But she's saying that she was very much into drama. She's pointing me to this card. It says, surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. And she's bringing that to your attention right away because she says there's something in your life, like you're having a drama with someone. It's like a spousal drama situation. She's saying in that situation, she wants you to use your mind wisely, because this is pig spirit here. It's so cute. If I can grab it. Sometimes they just want to stick. Jeez Louise. So she might have really been into pigs as well. Use your mind wisely. Whatever this drama is, she's like, she doesn't want you to let this get you off track. She's like, yeah, you're going to have some patience with the situation. But yeah, she's saying that this is a past life connection that you have with a spouse. It says the situation involves past life memories. So this could be, a spouse for you that you guys are triggering each other. You guys aren't too happy with each other right now. But she's saying, this is something that you have to work through, and use your mind wisely. Don't say words that you're going to regret. She doesn't want you to go down the road that she went down, because she was very, like she said at the beginning, she liked the drama. And she's like, you probably wouldn't believe this, but she, on the other side, now is a teacher of awakenings. So when people just pass over, she's one of the ones that schools them on, remembering things, awakening them back to the non-physical knowingness. It said, it is beautiful where I am. She's having a ball. She loves it. And talking about the drama part, she's saying even on the other side, she gets to hear people's earthly drama and helps them to kind of move past it, is what I'm hearing. She helps people have epiphanies, as she did when she passed. She's very proud of you and what you've done and how far you've gone in your life. She said the situation will be fleeting. The situation with your spouse will resolve itself. She wants you to not try to be so serious with life. You've become very, very serious and very, very much in a rut and not really seeing the joyfulness of life. She wants you to kick up your heels and be lighthearted. She said a part of the drama that you and your spouse are experiencing is because of this over seriousness. You're contemplating what's going on so much that you've lost sight of being you, walking with your own spirit. And she's pointing me to that little person with the tiger there. So there's patience involved. That's definitely a card of, strength and kind of what I'm hearing from her is reemerging as you. I didn't even see this one until now. This is a confirmation here. It says the situation will improve with the spousal situation. She knows that you guys communicate. And she's saying something about the light of the moon, or like when you see the moon, you think of her. Maybe the two of you shared communications or conversations about the moon. It says powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of the situation. What a great person to come back and help you through your drama, to surrender the drama. She said, through this transition, through this, you will gain some wisdom. She said she's gaining a heck of a lot of wisdom. She's loving it. She's absolutely adoring where she's at. She's like almost nothing on the physical plane compares to how she's feeling and what she's experiencing right now. And she just wants to reassure you that everything's going to be okay. And that the situation will improve. That's all she really had to say. I hope that was helpful. Please leave me a like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time on Medium of the Light Tarot. Bye for now. Love you, family of light.